Alright, I call this little ditty the Anti-0 So here I have a tileable texture, and I want to make a higher res version of it, or make it so it appears tileable on a surface without actually being tileable. I'll show you what I mean. So what I'm going to do is first save this as a TGA. So you have to go through the process of making it tileable, of course. That's not an option. And then you look for Targa. I'll call this tile example. Period TGA. Yes. Merge all visible layers. Save. And then I go into Blender. Set both these to Maya. Delete this. Add mesh plane. And I'll just size that up a little bit using R on the keyboard. And maybe bring it above the grid so you can see it. Now I'll split this area and put my UV image editor over here. Then I'll hit A in edit mode, U, unwrap. So it unwraps it to a perfect square. It needs to be a perfect square, by the way, in order for this to work. So what I'm going to do is mount that material and texture on this. So a new material, we'll call this Tile Me. And for the texture, oops, let me kill the specularity. Must kill the specularity. For this, I'm just going to go into New, Image or Movie, Open. Go to the desktop, go Anti-0 Here's my tile example TGA. If I want to see that on the mesh, I could just hit N on the keyboard and go down to Display and set it to GLS. Okay, hit N again, and then Alt Z, which is just hitting this textured, by the way. Alright, I'm going to change this light over to something else. I'm going to click it and turn it into a Hemi. Just boost its energy just a little bit. You don't technically need a light, but I just like seeing it. Okay, let's go back into the object. There we go. Weird. And what I'm going to set this to is not generated, but UV. Then I'm going to go in here to one of these, repeat. And I'll repeat this like 10 times. Alright, now this will not appear real time, unfortunately. What you have to do just to kind of see what it looks like is you go to image render it, and you can see, wow, that's a little bit bright for that Hemi. So let me do that again. And you can see what happens. Now 10 might be a little bit too much, I would say. So we're going to lower that down. Again, you can click on the plane, go to texture. How about repeat just like 3 times? Okay, then go back and image. See, that's much better. Alright, now that we have this, what I want to do is burn it back to a texture. I want to take this and repeat it over and over again over to the texture itself. So to do this, it's very easy. Go to edit mode and hit A. Go to image and go to new image. State the resolution you want. You know, you could upscale the resolution if you wanted to. Like, how about, this is a 2048 map. How about we make it, just for giggles, a 4096 map? No alpha, and hit OK. Then I'm going to go down to the camera and go to bake. And what I want to bake here is textures. So this is going to take the texture and the material from here and burn it to here. Not going to use any margins because I'm already out to the 0, 1. And bake. And that might take a minute. Now it is taking a 2048 and then upscaling it to 4096 based upon the tile. So alright, so there we go. We now have our image that's tiled. And I didn't have to use any kind of going outside the 0 to 1. I stayed within the 0 1 and it's still tiled. So to kind of see this on it real time, we can hit N and go into multi-texture. Hit N again. I can flip it around and there it is. So now we could kill the actual repeating value in here if we wanted to, using like GIMP to clone stamp these areas right here. You see that line that's appearing 3 times? That's a very easy thing to get rid of inside GIMP. But if you're really close to the surface here, you're not going to see those lines. So this would make a great texture to put on a mountain or whatever. It's very cool. Alright, and that is how to tile an image out, not going outside the 0 to 1, and then burn it back to a texture that can be just always tiled like this. Enjoy!